It's really hard to stay motivated when you're not seeing the overnight success that Instagram promised you when you started your side hustle. But I think it's time for us to take a step back and get realistic. Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Today I want to share my top tips for staying motivated and productive when you're first starting out in your side hustle. There is a lot of content out there on Instagram, and because I work in this niche, I get bombarded by it all day long, and that is the promise that your new side hustle is going to be an overnight success that is going to allow you to quit your 9-to-5 in a matter of months because you're going to be making 5 to 10k or more every single month. Please remember that these miracle stories that you're reading about online, first of all, are very rare if they are actually true. Just because someone posts that they made 10k online this month, that doesn't mean that's the true story. It doesn't mean that's the full story. And it's very easy to get sucked into believing that that is true, but it's not guaranteed that it actually is. So what do you do if after your first month or 2 months or even a year, you don't see the success you were expecting and you haven't made any money yet? Well, here are my top tips. You know I love a list video, so let's get into it. Tip number 1 is all about passion. Choose a side hustle that you love. There's that well-known saying that if you do something you love, you will never work a day in your life, and the same applies here. If your side hustle feels like a chore and you don't look forward to doing it, you don't enjoy doing it, then maybe you've come at this from the wrong angle. Maybe you've come at it as picking a side hustle that apparently can earn you a lot of money rather than something that you love and enjoy to do. Maybe you've come at it because you were promised that it will take minimal effort for maximum reward rather than picking something that aligns with your skill set. You need to pick something that you're happy to do day after day after day and that you're happy to do at the moment without getting paid. Imagine how great that will feel when you're doing something you love and you are getting paid to do it. Tip number 2 is to quit, but not in the way you're thinking. I don't mean just give up. What I mean is it is okay to let go of a side hustle that actually isn't working out for you. Maybe it's not what you expected, it's not what you thought it would be, you don't enjoy it in the way you thought you would, you've tried to learn the skills for it, it's just not working out, or maybe it's just bringing you more stress for little or no reward. If it's not bringing you joy, you are allowed to put that side hustle to one side and choose another venture. Let's be real for a minute here. The best time to drop a side hustle is before it starts earning you money because you're not relying on any income from it. People are really reluctant to drop a side hustle when they've invested their time and money into it. But it's kind of one of those cases where you've got to consider cutting your losses before you invest even more time and money into it. Again, it could be for little or no reward, or when it's not bringing you any joy. I know it's hard because you don't want the time and money you've already invested into this project to be a waste. But it is okay to set that aside and start something new, because that something new could end up being your passion project and the thing that actually is a success. Tip number 3 is all about having a bit of variety, especially when you're starting out. Be open to trying a whole mixture of side hustles. Don't just see one idea and say, well, I'm only going to do that one and that's it. In your early days, this is your chance to be creative. This is your chance to explore things, do research and find out what works for you and what doesn't, which means you are going to have to be comfortable letting some of those unsuccessful ideas just go. You can find out what works best for you, and after you've got a good idea, you could either narrow it down and focus your attention on one or a select few, or you could have multiple side hustles running all at the same time. It depends what you've got the capacity to do. Also bear in mind that if you've got a wider variety of side hustles and streams of income, they may earn lower amounts each than if you put all your attention into one, but it depends what those lower amounts add up to if it's worth diversifying. If your goal is to make yourself an extra £500, dollars, whatever it is, each month to help you pay your bills or to have some money to enjoy your hobbies or travel more, whatever it is, does it really make a difference if that £500 a month comes from one side hustle that you're really committed to, or 5 side hustles that all earn you £100 or dollars each. Tip number 4 is little and often. So you've found a side hustle that you enjoy, you're excited to get started, it's something you're passionate about and it plays to your skill set. But you've just remembered that you're still working full time, you may have other responsibilities like children at home, you're trying to keep on top of all your chores and running your errands, maybe you're trying to also work on your fitness or some other goals and you're really trying hard to be the best version of yourself. When are you going to fit this in? Little and often is key to crushing the guilt, that feeling like you've not made any progress towards your side hustles, you've left it sat on the side for a while and not done anything to make it progress, to make it move forward. Little and often. Don't let guilt and failure set in when you're not dedicating every waking minute to your side hustles. It's not realistic, you're going to come to resent them, you're going to think yourself a failure, you're going to burn out. Don't do it. If you are a busy person trying to do extra, you're already doing more than everybody else. So please cut yourself some slack and consider this. I just tell myself, as long as I'm doing a little bit to contribute towards my side hustles every day, then I'm doing all right and I'm on track. No, I may not be able to dedicate 5 hours a day to my side hustles because it's not realistic. And as well, it might be a very, very mixed bag. Some weekends I can go all out, plan, film, edit, upload a video, as well as do a lot of other little bits around it. Then there'll be days in the week where I get home from work or I've been to the gym and I know I've got my chores to do and I just think I've got no time to fit anything in for my side hustle, so I might just spend 10 minutes, and to be quite honest, that 10 minutes might be when I've got into bed at night. Small things that I can do can be to use video footage I've already got on my phone to create and upload a reel on Instagram. It could be to post something that shares one of my affiliate links. It could be something simple like uploading a couple of items to Vinted. I might edit a small section of a long form video. I might create a bit of B-roll that I can use later on, or design a few pages for my next low content book. There are lots of little things that may only take you 10 minutes, 20 minutes that you can do to contribute to your side hustles. And if you've just done that little bit on that otherwise very busy day, then you can give yourself a pat on the back for having achieved that. So whether you spend 10 minutes, an hour or 4 hours on any given day on your side hustles, as long as you've done something, you're doing well. Number 5 is to celebrate the little wins. It's hard to stay motivated when you feel like you're putting in so much time and so much effort and you're not seeing the rewards yet. That's going to be the case when you first start out. If you're brand new to this and you've never put a product out before, or you're trying to get started on social media, you're a new face, you're a new brand, nobody knows who you are yet, so you've got to build that up. So you've got to work on that, you've got to build a relationship with either your followers or your customers, whoever they are. You've got to make sure that they trust you and they know what you're providing has value. But when the time comes, when you make just one sale, it might only be one sale, but that's one more than you had yesterday. When you gain one follower, that one follower has seen what you do and they like it and they think it's worth following. If one person came up to you in the street and just told you they loved what you do, it'd put a smile on your face. And when that one follower turns into 100 followers, can you imagine being stood in front of 100 people that were interested in what you have to say? And you should value every single one of those followers, because they're not just a number, they are someone who has clicked that button because they are interested in what you've got to say, or they believe in you, or they believe in your message, they believe in your product, whatever it is. So value them all. Celebrate those little wins on your journey. These little milestones now are just as important as the bigger milestones that you may achieve in the future. So celebrate them all and give yourself a pat on the back for a job well done for the smaller things you're achieving along the way. And just remember, if you are caught up on the numbers, there are over 2 billion active users on Instagram and YouTube every single month. Your people are out there. You've just got to find them, and that takes time. Number 6 is to be patient. You don't know when your success will come, so don't throw away any opportunities because you didn't find your side hustles to be an overnight success. And actually, this one ties in with number 7, which is to think about the bigger picture. Whilst you're being patient, remember why you're doing this. Why did you start your side hustles in the first place? What was your reason? Is it because you want a little bit of extra money to help pay the bills? Is it because you want to travel more? Or is it because actually you do want to be a self-made millionaire? Whatever your reason is, be patient. Don't give up because it doesn't happen overnight, because think about how you're going to feel when you become a success. If you keep pushing and you keep persevering, you can get there. But if you give up completely and decide side hustles are not for you and you're not going to do any of them, you will never get there. And number 8 is perhaps my favourite and the one that is the most motivating on those bad days, and that is to reach out. And what you've got right here is a little community of people that are trying to do the same thing, people that are trying to launch side hustles, people that are trying to get their side hustles going and make them a success. They are looking for like-minded people doing the same that they can share these experiences with. You can share ideas, you can share tips and tricks, you can share the ups and the downs, the successes, the failures, or if you really just need a friend to talk to on a bad day. I'm going to start using the hashtag mysidehustlecommunity on all of my videos and posts about side hustles so we can all find each other and support each other and help each other out. I've done my research and this particular hashtag isn't widely used, so I guess if we want to, we can kind of claim it as our own. Please feel free to post your progress down in the comments, any questions you have, any tips and tricks you want to share, and whilst you're at it, please reply to other people's questions and look after each other and support each other on this journey. I will be doing my best to answer questions, but it would be great if it's not always just my voice, if other people in our little community can share as well. So please support each other down below. I really hope you enjoyed this video and it's given you some things to think about, particularly on those days where you're feeling a lack of motivation and a lack of productivity. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. Let's find more people in our little starting side hustles community that need our help and support, and we can all work together and hopefully achieve our goals. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again in another video soon. Until then, take care. Bye.